With the new season kicking off, teams are making roster changes, bringing in strong players, or forming their own, except for a few, like Nigma Galaxy, with their star player, Miracle. A pub star turned greatest of all time, now a player people rarely talk about. Where is he now? What happened? Most of us know the rise of Miracle Boy, from starting in a net cafe to dominating mid with just 4 heroes, especially SF. Calibrating at 5.2k MMR when Valve introduced the rank system in Dota 2, he played for fun, until he reached 7k MMR. Someone pro could actually contact him, and someone did.
The first guy who talked to me, it was Johan, No-Tail. And at first I actually thought it's like a fake account, and I wasn't really responding.
Eventually, they got into a Skype call and played a few games together, later becoming the founding members of OG. Miracle quickly proved himself, winning the first ever Dota 2 major just 2 months after turning pro. He continued with victories in Dream League Season 4, ESL Frankfurt 2016, and another major. Heading towards the International, OG were expected to win by many. But we all know the tragedy. Despite performing well in the group stage, they lost their first 2 matches in the main event, ending their journey with a crushing defeat. OG was in shambles, and with Miracle finding a better opportunity, he joined Liquid. Little did anyone know that his best decision ever would come at a cost over time. With GH newly added to Team Liquid after Miracle, they looked like a solid team. The International 2017 came, and Miracle, along with Liquid, became the top seed of their group in the group stage. However, they lost another first series in the main stage.
Speed under. IG have the buybacks if they need them. They've got the damage. They've got the control. The position is theirs. The game is theirs. The series is theirs. And top 6 is theirs.
To reach the grand finals, they had to make a run similar to Digital Chaos from TI6, which they did.
Upper brackets for bitches. Yeah.
They even took down Newbie with a 3-0 score in the grand finals, becoming the first ever team to achieve such a milestone.
3-0. Nobody has ever done that. Nobody has ever done that.
Miracle had done it, and he was the best in the world. But he was not done yet. Next year, they were worthy to be called the defending champions of the International 2018. However, their dream would end with a 4th place after getting kicked by EG.
Now the reincarnation slowing down. Miracle tries to turn cross and changing. It's called Liquid. They fall to evil geniuses.
Following the results, Matu, who was initially brought in as a carry player, who was put to play the sheep role in mid, was kicked for the reason to get a true mid laner.
Getting Weeha and replacing Matu with Weeha is not just like exchanging like a player for a better player. That's not what happened. It's more like Matu was like a victim of these events. Like I just needed to change something.
Many fans were not happy about the changes, but things would work out for them. But not for long. Looking shaky, Team Liquid started their run at the International 2019 in the lower brackets. But once again, they would go on to make another Cinderella run from the lower brackets straight to the grand finals. But this time, it was different. OG was just too strong. It felt like OG was toying with Liquid in the grand finals whole series. OG beat Liquid 3-1, and even the 1-game loss seemed very surprising. Despite Weeha being added as a true mid laner, Liquid would still put Miracle in mid time to time against better teams or when things looked bad, defeating the purpose of kicking Matu. But hey, 2nd place is not that bad, right? They can win next year, hopefully.
Shouldn't give them IO. At this point, it's kind of weird. Oh, they were too good, man. Yeah. They were too good. Okay, boys. We fucked everybody else.
But little did Miracle know, this would be the peak of his career after winning TI7. The roster rebranded to Team Nigma, starting a new path, a path to disappointment. At this point, Miracle still played mid against tough opponents or when they anticipated a loss. Even after being invited to the Singapore Major 2021 as wild cards, they placed dead last.
Thank you enough though, Tiger, able to find the positioning there to get that.
Having had enough, they benched Weeha, brought ILDW as carry, and permanently placed Miracle on mid. Now, it had to work, right?
Okay, it's fine.
At Oni Major 2021, things looked promising. With 10 wins and 4 losses, they were the second top seed in the group stage, even winning their first match in the main stage. Surely, this was the breakthrough. Not quite. They ended up in the lower brackets after losing to PSG LGD, and RTZ, along with EG, kicked them out of the tournament.
When they're winning and
it's
they call it.
There's no answer. Nigma have no response to EG's aggression.
They couldn't even win the open qualifiers for the next international, losing both upper bracket and lower bracket to OG.
Going to the grand finals, and Team Nigma, the last finalist at TI9, will not be going to TI at all.
Miracle, after winning 2 majors and almost 2 internationals, missed an international for the first time in his professional career. On DPC Tour 2, they placed dead last, getting relegated to Division 2.
They'll jump over from 11, they're bringing him over, give that boy the rampage, there it is. 25 minutes in, Nubito gets the rampage, and that's enough for Nigma Galaxy.
Yet again, Miracle returned to playing Position 1, kicking ILTW and adding Sumail as Position 2. At Riyadh Masters, they barely survived the group stage but lost right away in their first match in the playoffs. And the next month, it was just another event with the same story. Survive the group stage, lose in the first match in playoffs.
Rampage, a double might Dota, they'll try one last time, but the game's over.
In the International 2022 qualifier, Miracle would go on to miss another international after placing 5th in the qualifier, not even coming close this time.
Only GH stands here now, but this is a game you do not call early. GG.
And shortly after, Miracle would be taking a break from the pro scene. Nigma Galaxy didn't reveal full details about his leave and called it some health issue. But we all know that he was sick of losing. Disappointment after disappointment, you were bound to be burnt out. Why were Nigma Galaxy not finding success after nearly winning TI twice? Well, there are lots of reasons. Patch change, and it was clear that Nigma was not able to adapt to the best of it compared to other teams. They didn't really have great drafts other than playing around Miracle, putting him mid or carry and going all in on him. The team always revolved around Miracle, which had worked in the past. But like I said, patch change, and what always worked doesn't necessarily mean it would work again. And other teams will start finding weaknesses in your team's fundamentals. They will come up with strategies to beat you, which is why every team constantly has to find new ways to improve to survive in DPC. Another factor is when a team that has been staying together for a long time will have this comfort zone where their mind can just go autopilot because they are so comfortable playing together. Dota is a psychological game as well after all, and being in an environment that will put you to the test can be needed sometimes. But it's not that they didn't make any roster changes either. Even after ATF replacing Miracle and the core Nigma playing with 2 different new cores, they would continue to find failures in their upcoming matches that they got relegated to Division 2 of DPC again.
Slowly but surely, and GG, it's called. Oh my God.
PSG LGD ran into visa issues for Dream League Season 19, leading Nigma Galaxy to replace them. Miracle returned as a stand-in, but yet again, the same fate befell him. They were eliminated in the group stage right off the bat.
A team wipe, and Tundra have done it.
And Miracle once again ventured into the shadows to step away from the competitive scene. Nigma brought in different coaches, different cores. However, GH, Mind Control, and Kuroki stayed, and so did their failure. Even after several player changes, would it boil down to Captain Kuroki not being able to make the best use of his players? Or would it be the Nigma core altogether the problem? Because now, Nigma was the worst team in the DPC, not qualifying for any majors since June 2021. Again, they failed to qualify for the International with very poor results.
There's the inhibit for the defusal. It doesn't matter with the Starbreaker coming out from S4. There's another Chrono, and 3 right clicks to get the kill on a Mikey. They'll take out Mind Control. They'll call GG, and Alliance eliminate Nigma in the first round of the lower bracket.
Miracle played one more event in 2023, but this time with a different team. Shopify's middle lane player Abed faced visa issues, so Miracle stood in for the team. Although Shopify with Miracle didn't even make it to group stage 2, it felt different. Miracle was having fun playing in his new environment. The fear of failure wasn't there. He just wanted to play the game and have fun. leading to many better plays.
Way to have the magic damage for him, though. He'll make it out alive, but Arteezy's out here farming. She's going to actually find a silence on the Kiyotaka. He decides it's time for him to TP out, and that's the right call. It's 9 Pandas giving a round of tips here to Miracle, barely making it out. All right. XD again and again out from solo. Kiyotaka calling him the king.
Yeah, the amount of respect, you know.
From being a champion to the bottom of the circuit, it's devastating. With that all out of the way, Miracle found a breath of fresh air with Shopify. After all, it's a game, and having fun with your teammates is essential. Finding a new home might be a step forward for his future. A new environment might be what he needs. With the new season, most teams have made roster changes. It was likely that Miracle could have joined Shopify.
Arteezy, me, Miracle, Jerax, and on post 5, Bulba.
However, Shopify recently revealed their roster without Miracle. Now, this brings us to what's next. Nigma mentioned that its roster is currently being finalized, and there will not be an announcement about the final squad until at least the middle of December 2023. There have been constant questions about whether Miracle is back or not. Kuroki's retirement has been frequently asked too, but the organization has chosen to remain silent on the topic. It is rumored that Kuroki will step into coaching and build a team around Miracle as well. But a very likely move would also be for Tundra to bring Miracle to play with Top Sun, and honestly, I'd love it if Miracle would just go for any new opportunity that he thinks is worth trying. He was even spotted at the Falcons boot camp. It could have been just a friendly adventure, but who knows what awaits for Miracle.